It's somewhat serendipitous that strengthening our core was our theme for this year. With the turmoil that surrounds us at all levels due to social unrest, political differences, and the global health crisis, I personally find comfort in our profession. Our core values are needed now more than ever. We have seen attacks on the things we hold most dear: diversity, education, intellectual freedom, the public good, social responsibility, even democracy, to name a few. What am I most proud of this year? You, each and every one of you. I have met so many amazing people this year. Before March, I traveled to Long Island in Western New York in the North Country. After March, you let me Zoom into meetings, professional development sessions, and even happy hours. You are doing amazing work and making great things happen across New York State. Our libraries are a vital part of the infrastructure of our communities. It does not matter what type of library you work in or what your position may be. You are important and you make a difference. While my vision for NYLA in this year did not unfold as expected, I still encourage each and every one of you to continue to use the core values of librarianship as a lens to examine your practice and our organization. Thank you for giving me this year as your president. I am still just as committed as ever to NYLA. In this year, I look forward to working alongside our new president, Claudia Depkin, to help her achieve her goals. Claudia is a friend and someone I admire deeply. Please help me in welcoming our new president, Claudia. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Claudia Depkin, incoming president for the New York Library Association and library director for the Haverstraw King's Daughters Public Library. Thank you to Dr. Jennifer Cannell for her work as NYLA president this year. From Jen, I've learned perseverance and how to keep it together when life gets incredibly unpredictable. And thanks to Michelle Young as she rounds out her 3-year stint in the various presidential roles. Michelle's holistic perspective of the organization taught me the importance of always seeing the forest and the trees. I have immense respect and gratitude for you both. You elected me to lead NYLA for this upcoming year more than a year ago. All of us were expecting a very different world from the one we're in. I won't list the elements of these overlapping crises, but I'll say this. This tunnel has an end. Maybe we can't see the light yet, or not all of it, but we know in our hearts there is a light. And together we will endure, we will serve our communities, and we will share tools for success. Enduring a crisis means building resilience into systems so that they can absorb shocks, adapt as needed, and continue. That's sustainability. But just as you don't start building your endurance at the start of a triathlon, you don't shift to sustainable thinking in the midst of a crisis. You instill it into your institution and outward to your community when times are good. And that's what the New York Library Association started 5 years ago. I don't have to tell you that managing and working at libraries is more difficult than ever right now. From near daily decisions on opening to the public, to obtaining PPE and supplies like plexiglass dividers, to creating and revising policies on the fly as new science, laws, and circumstances come into play. We're stretched nearly to our limits to keep one another safe. Add this to the normal functions of staffing, managing, and working in a library, whether public like mine, academic, special, or school, and school librarians, I see you. It takes a toll. Personally, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially, our patience is tried, our morale is tested, and our collaborative instincts may dull. My friend Dr. Maria Yang is a psychiatrist who works with underserved populations in Seattle. She tweeted this the other day, quote, "Because patients often thank me for saying this, let me say it here too. It's a stressful time. No one is doing well right now. It's okay, even expected, to feel angry, overwhelmed, sad, and uncomfortable. Show yourself some grace," end quote. Believe it or not, New York's libraries and NYLA itself, even in the midst of a pandemic, social upheaval, and attacks on democracy, are on a stronger foundation than we might have been otherwise. It's partly because in 2015, we launched the Sustainable Libraries Initiative. Its purpose statement says it exists to help our communities thrive and bounce back from disruption. The SLI's focus is building knowledge and skills for that purpose. Since launch, 5 public libraries have completed Sustainable Library certification. 29 publics are in process. 10 school librarians are pursuing certification. 3 academic libraries have completed beta testing of the tools, and libraries in places like Colorado and British Columbia are lined up for their chance at certification. I want to tell you about 3 initiatives to prove a point. The Hendrick Hudson Free Library in Montrose was among the first to be fully certified as a sustainable library. Jill Davis and her team have been recognized as a sustainability leader by several other groups, including the New York State Regents Advisory Council on Libraries, Westchester County Government, and the Green Business Partnership. They're blazing a trail for other organizations in their community to follow. The SLI's Community Change Agent Training Program helps communities meet specific challenges. The Comstock Public Library on Long Island identified community challenges with assisting those suffering from substance abuse and mental illness. They formed a partnership with Mather Hospital to address the stigma of these issues. The expectation at the outset was to share tactics with the community, but they soon realized work needed to be done in-house first. Library Director Debbie Engelhardt looks back at this process as nothing less than a paradigm shift for them. Everyone on staff, from pages to security guards to librarians and administration, gained a better understanding and awareness of the realities behind the issues. They came away more comfortable and more confident and in a better position to move the library and the community forward. They worked hard to expand their social worker intern program and developed solid tools to connect people with effective local resources and referrals in the areas of mental illness and substance abuse. Jennifer Burns from the Rochester Public Library partnered with the Rochester Financial Empowerment Center to expand access to financial counseling at the library. Knowledge is power for residents in the face of nearly unprecedented economic crisis. My point? I'm not citing these stories as a commercial for the Sustainable Libraries Initiative, but as a commercial for you, for us. Libraries are essential to their communities, and every one of us matters. This is the year we'll launch the Sustainable Libraries Initiative to a wider audience outside New York State. Last month, the Library 2.0 mini conference on sustainability in libraries had over 5,000 registrants from 23 countries and featured SLI co-creators Rebecca Smith-Aldrich, Matthew Ballerman, Casey Conlon, Jill Davis, Jennifer Ferris, Lisa Kropp, and Rebecca Miller. Clearly, library people are hungry for this work, and the New York Library Association can deliver the tools to help library workers own their roles as sustainability leaders in their communities, whether that community is a city, town, campus, or school. As president, I've got ideas for using the resources of the SLI to refine NYLA's adaptation to the pandemic. I think we can share case stories from our community change agent cohort with a focus on public health, anti-racism, and economic recovery. When vaccines emerge, libraries can be critical to trust and accessibility. We can continue the work of joining climate-smart communities and consider our role in Governor Cuomo's police reform mandate. Work is getting underway for 2 new task forces to advance equity and diversity in the profession and encourage varied pathways to librarianship. And as always, I'll work to ensure NYLA remains the loudest voice in Albany and Washington for New York's libraries, which are critical to our state's response and recovery from COVID-19. And because that's not enough, we'll update the association's strategic plan. It's a lot of work, and I look forward to doing it with you. I hope that you're with me on these initiatives for this year, all of you bringing your immeasurable strengths, talents, and brain power to bear on the issues that challenge our communities and our libraries. And there's my theme for next year's annual conference in Syracuse. Libraries, we're all in. And as we do that, show yourself some grace. Not just once in a while, do it every day. Make it a priority on your to-do list. When we do it for ourselves, we're more likely to extend grace to the masked patron who needs help, or to the colleague who is unsure about the future. My hope is that I'll still be in office when we emerge into the light from this tunnel. But maybe it will take longer until we have vaccines and therapeutics and start a real reckoning with racism. I can tell you this though, New York's libraries will be here at the end of my term and we will be making them stronger. And our institutions will still be here in 100 years, anchoring communities that are stronger for the lessons we are learning today together. We're all in. Thank you, and thanks for watching.